Hello and welcome, my fellow planeswalker across the multiverse. It is Wandering Guy, and I'm here at Strixhaven in the Loreholdian area. I really like this mat, and my usual go-to Gideon mat on Bant is on a table with a bunch of cards on it, and it's a mess. I haven't even touched in months. I don't know when's the last time. Here, let me grab some dust. Can you see that? That is a literal amount of dust that is on that table. It's so bad. I just I yeah, but I wanted to just kind of break that. I'm gonna move that table and the stacks of cards that are on that, and then it has a shelf underneath it, and then I have binders underneath that on the floor, and um, yeah, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's like I've been saying, I've been really depressed, and I have these medical issues that I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what exactly it is, if it's neuropathy or something cardiac, uh, something to do with either my nerves or my heart. So I'm trying to figure stuff out. So in the midst of that, I'm just looking at this table for months, and I'm just like, let's just do a video. Why not? And I wanted to do these packs that I had bought a while ago. That's like one of the last actual card. Yes, I'm actually touching physical magic cards. uh, ooh. um, Wanted to go over, these packs, open them up, because I don't even remember what I bought. I bought a few. It has actually been like over a year now. But I actually got some insects. Here's a smaller one that I could actually get through in maybe 10 or 15 minutes. But I was buying insects. I know this is not that color, um, and it's funny that it's a Loreholdian colors or Boros colors. I just thought that was funny, so maybe I was like, okay, let's do that. Um, but I was buying insects for this deck, this commander, trying to do a commander for Grist, the Hunger Tide. And I kind of did like a part one talking about his mechanics or its mechanics, and how this would actually be like a feasible deck, because it really confused a bunch of people when it first came out. And you can see here a little recap. Um, as long as Grist, the Hunger Tide, isn't on the battlefield, it's a 1/1 insect creature in addition to its other types. So that means it's a legendary planeswalker creature as long as it's not on the battlefield. So if it's in your commander zone, it's a 1/1 insect creature legendary planeswalker. If you let it go to the graveyard, it's a creature insect um, legendary planeswalker. If it's in your hand, it has there's a kind of like wackiness, and I know other people have there's other people have talked about. I'm sure, but I kind of feel like this is just kind of like a blown over. Like there was hype on it, and it just kind of fizzled out. Anyways, enough with me ranting about what I want to do. Let's just do it. So this little stack is, I think, just insects. I don't know if I bought a land to go with this. And I know this is like totally out of the color thing, but it's a legendary creature, so you can make a commander deck out of that. Let's go ahead and pop this open. So I guess this is kind of like a part two, because I wanted to actually make a commander out of that. I wanted to make like I've wanted to make a couple of different commanders. I want to do one out of this guy, Nadar. I want to do her as my Azami, yeah, and that would be really cool now, because you know, the Neon Dynasty. But there's a couple of other, a couple other decks that I've been wanting to do, but this is the actual first real serious I want to go spend money on deck idea. All the other ones have really just kind of, oh, I got that card, and you know, maybe we can do something. Yeah, here's this. So I'm going to put this aside because this would be a that's pretty good for being in on a table. It's not too bent, but again, it's not part of the 99. It's part of the well, it would be the commander if you do that. So I guess it would be like this guy against an artifact, Lorehold Boros. Alright, let's put that off to the side. Alright, first real insect here. Well, this Pincher Beetles, yeah, it is. Okay, summon insects. I thought maybe it was like, some... Anyways, Pincher Beetles, here we go. I forgot what set that was. Tempest, I think that, yeah. The Cloud and Thunderbolt, right around the Mirage era. That was like my first actual pack that I bought was Mirage. It's a palm tree. A Pincher Beetles cannot be the target of spills or abilities. So for a 3/1, I mean that defense is pretty bad, but it not being able to be the target of spells or abilities, that's pretty cool for an insect. So I kind of did my research, and I was like, I went to an LGS local game store, and I was like, hey, do you have any of these cards? So as you would. Here we go. So there's I think this was, I don't know when that was. What that symbol is. But here we go. Thornscape Familiar. It's a 2 for a 2/1. And it's a red and white spells you play cost 1 less. I don't think this would go with that, although I was looking at it was kind of like a female insect bee or something that was like red, black, and green. So I might try that as a commander and have him in the 99. So then he would kind of, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of messing around. Again, I bought these cards almost a year ago. So, or whenever the Modern Horizons came out. It's about, yeah, like 6-8 months ago. Right, but that's an insect. I mean that for a 2/1, trying to put insects into, because there's actually not that many insects just to fit into a black and green deck. So I thought for 2 cost that was pretty cool. And that was another thing that I found out that oh yeah, Karen Ants. Here we go. It's that little colon there means that one of any color you can just go boom 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 boom. You have 14 mana, tap all that into this, and at until end of turn it's a 14/15 because but I mean it's a 4, but because of that boom that the terminology here boom, yeah, it's a spell that it doesn't have a tap. I don't have to tap this and then I have to figure out how to untap it to tap it again. It just, because that colon, I can just spend as many as I want. But this was cool. This was nice. This was a good find. I was happy that they had it, and it's like not in that bad of a condition, and it has that really classic old border. Yeah, that was a good find. Okay, yeah, so I was like looking at stuff, and I don't know why scorpions, spiders, or like mantids, or any other like bug creature isn't considered an insect for like the creature type. So this would be like a beetle insect, or if this was like a scorpion, it should have dual creature types like this. I mean, this is three different things. It's a legendary, it's an artifact, and it's a creature. So I don't know. I know like a lot of these, like ants, it doesn't qualify as an insect, but it is an insect. So I don't know. Stuff definitely needs to be like retconned. Anyways, Xantid Swarm. I don't know, but it's a 1 cost, and it does say insect. It's not a fly or something. It does say insect. Whenever Xantid Swarm attacks, defending player can't play spells that turn. That's pretty cool. You boost that up. It is a 0/1, but you go ahead and let's say you don't have anything on this, no pluses or anything. You still attack with it, and then whatever else you have, you can't have any interrupts or anything like that. So that's pretty cool because it, defending player, can't. So that was a good find for 1, and it's a flying. Here we go, Saber Ants. It's a, this is a, what is it? This is a list. Yeah, that little boop boop. It's whenever Saber Ants is dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 green insect creatures tokens on the battlefield. So that was another good find. I think I actually wanted the original, but this is all they had, so I was like, okay, that's fine. For a 4/2/3 and that ability, it's a good thing. Okay, this is the last one, or last 2. Okay. Well, here we go with trying to keep with the black-green aesthetic. I did get a land. This is from, I think, original Innistrad. That's what that symbol is. Symbol. So this is nice because, dual. And I think I didn't hawk it or anything. I actually kept it. I have this whole stack. This is for insect, and there's another insect and stuff. So I was really actually trying to make. I can go over some stuff that I had for like Rot Farm. Just Jungle Hollow, just actual stuff. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, the indestructible dual lands from Modern Horizons 2. I actually liked that. Yeah, got some old border forests. Where is that? I thought I actually had. Okay, yeah, Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, I actually pulled that from a. What was it? A guild kit or whatever that they were used to be called, the pre-release kits from. Was it Guild or Gate Crash? Gate Crash. It's Return to Ravnica, Gate Crash, and then Dragon's Maze. So that whole block, the Return to Ravnica block, I was all like, oh, and that was around the time that I just started building that the commander deck for Grist. So I was like, oh, that is awesome. I actually pulled the card out of the block that I wanted, and I actually got Abrupt Decay too. So I was like, okay, that's that was a good that was a good pre-release kit for me. Well, I should save that and put that in there. I don't have any sleeves though. That's like so how long that I mean when I buy like the perfect fit sleeves, I basically use them up. This is a penny sleeve, but anyways, so there's the Woodland Cemetery. It's I think it's called Shockland. No, the Overgrown Tomb was the Shockland. This just you put it on unless you control a forest or swamp, so that's good. And then here we have, I got this one from Shadows of Innistrad. It's funny that I got original Innistrad then Shadows. Game Trail, because I was looking at that. It was it was red, black, green commander to kind of stand in for, because there's a lot, there, like I was trying to say, there's not that many insects that actually say insect, and that's what I was just trying to go for, like, tribal, like, but, so putting that red in there actually, because there's a fair bit amount of red black, and red green, so having those two combined would kind of help out. But it's really the only reason why I got this one, and just it's a good. I think it's a good land just to have, dual, even though it has this sub. As long as you can, as it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a mountain or forest card from your hand. If you don't, it enters tapped. So I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, I would rather like have that, like reveal I have a land, rather than actually getting shocked for 2 health. But that's, debatable. Anyways, so those are a couple of cards that I got for actual, like, a reason, not just a random, you know, old pack of cards like these. These are seriously just random cards that I found, or except for Mystic Sanctuary, I actually wanted that. But yeah, I'll do these at a later time. That's pretty much really all I wanted to talk about. I was like, okay, I have an idea for a video and I'll do it. I want to continue actually making this commander, Grist, seeing how it works, because right here, are 6 cards that I can add to that 99, and then there's a couple in here that I have already, like that Abrupt Decay and the Overgrown Tomb. So, this is part 2 for Grist, I guess. But yeah, I guess I'll just keep on checking away at this. If this is the only thing that's keeping me going, and the old stuff, I don't know, for like actual real physical. Yeah, that's just kind of like the other thing too, like depression. It kind of really hinders you having fun and really appreciating kind of things that keep you going. So I don't know. Without further ado, without blabbing, don't want to go too long. Yeah, this was me going over some insect cards that I bought a while ago for the Grist, the Hunger Tide commander deck I was trying to make. Thanks for letting me ramble and go over those cards. I'm sure they're happy being out of that. I gotta find some sleeves. But thank you. This has been Wander Named Guy, and I will catch you on the next one.